Disclaimer, this is my old YouTube channel. I am only putting this video on my old channel to avoid copyright. But if you guys like this video and want to see more awesome stuff, then head over to my current channel at youtube.com/thepersonnetwork. Seriously, there's no point in subscribing to this channel. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so Rockstar just released their first gameplay trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5, and right here we can see the infamous cityscape of Los Santos, and right there at the top you can see the blimp. I think we've seen that before in a previous trailer though. Alright, now this is kind of interesting. If you look right here, you can see what looks like to be an 18-wheeler with the trailer on the back of it, which we have not been able to use in games like Grand Theft Auto 4, but it does seem like they make a return in Grand Theft Auto 5. Now right here we can see someone scuba diving in kind of what looks like to be a downed oil rig, and right here we can see some sort of windows. Maybe that was the top of the oil rig, or maybe it's even part of a ship that could have crashed into an oil rig. Who knows? Maybe it's the Titanic. Alright, so here we are in a trailer park, and right here, if you look, you can see some dudes on the left side of the screen riding some chopper bikes, and right there at the top right, you can kind of see them parked next to the trailer, right in front of it. And right up here, you can see some birds, and if this game is incorporating hunting now, then you might as well be able to shoot down some birds like you could in Red Dead Redemption. And right here, you can see a jet which sort of looks like a Gulfstream 5 model jet. And you can see at the bottom right, the jet is passing over an area called the Land Act Dam. And right after that, it passes over the Tatavia Mountains right into the Los Santos cityscape. And right here you can see the minimap, which also shows the elevation of the airplane itself. Alright, right here we have a boat passing by, and that's nothing special, but right here you can definitely see how much detail Rockstar loves to put in their games. And right here you can see at the top right, you can see all those vapor trails from airplanes. Alright, right here on the left side you can see a car that kind of looks like a Buick Riviera, and on the right side a car that kind of looks like a Jeep or a Grand Cherokee or something, and looks like the same car as behind the taxi. Okay, so there's a lot of things to talk about in this part right here. This is a overview of the mountain atop of Los Santos. And on the top of this mountain, there seems to be some sort of structure that doesn't look like any type of rock formation. And at this structure, there are all these roads or trails leading up the mountain to the top of this structure. And there's a lot of winding roads on the left side of the mountain, and on the right side you can see some sort of suburb area. It looks like there's a pool down near the bottom side of the suburb area. And on the left side on the bottom, it looks sort of like maybe a campsite or a trailer park of some sorts. And right here we can see Michael, one of the three main characters, walking into a Ponsonby's on Portola Drive, and it is a expensive clothing store, mainly suits and that sort of stuff. And right here we can see what looks like Trevor driving some sort of military truck vehicle. Maybe it's not even military, I don't even know, but he's driving it past some sort of strip mall, and right there in front of him you can kind of see a yellow old-timey hot rod car. Both of these cars I do not believe have been in any other Grand Theft Auto game, so they are new to Grand Theft Auto 5. Here we can see three deer chilling, two in the front and one in the back. And yeah, so this is the first time we've seen wildlife really in a Grand Theft Auto game besides birds. But yeah, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Kind of mixing Red Dead Redemption with Grand Theft Auto 5. And here we have two people on the jet ski, and we have seen this before in previous commercials. So yeah, that's really not anything too new. And same thing here with the quad bikes. Alright, so now we got people in costumes fighting each other. We haven't seen this before. And are those guys G.I. Joe or Halo people? Like, is that Master Chief at the bottom right? But other than that, you can kind of see the NPCs holding up iPhones and cameras to the fight. Alright, right here we can see Franklin confronting maybe a car shop owner or something like that. And at the top right, you can see a car that looks very similar to the Bullet, which we have seen in previous Grand Theft Auto games. An introduction to the world of Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, so right here you can see the three NPCs, Trevor, Michael, and Franklin, just chilling, doing some stuff, blowing some stuff up, being awesome, wearing weird suits. He's eating popcorn. Yeah, that's really cool. Alright, so right here you can see people talking inside a house. Not really that big of a deal. And now you can see that bikes are finally reintroduced back into the Grand Theft Auto series. It was probably one of my favorite things to do in Grand Theft Auto. And now, as you can see right behind him, there's a doggy! A dog walking behind him. Now we have Franklin talking to some dude that's way taller than him. And now we have Trevor trying to flush a dead body down the toilet with some maybe porn magazines on top of his toilet. Oh my god, he's trying to get the blood all off his feet, but he can't. Alright, right here we have a helicopter, and that's pretty nice. And look at this guy. This guy's jumping down. He's about to rappel into the agency. Something new and interesting added to the game are stats. Now you can see at the right side of the screen that each person out of the three has stats, and you know, stamina, shooting, strength, stealth. This is something that we really haven't seen before in Grand Theft Auto. We kind of saw it a little bit in San Andreas when it came, but it was more physical appearances than anything. So now it makes it a lot more diverse when it comes to attacking or planning and playing an attack on someone, because you don't want to go guns blazing with a character that is not as good as shooting as another dude. You might want to use the other guy to go guns blazing and someone else to fly helicopters for you or something like that. And that is something that I am really looking forward to in the game, and looks really freaking awesome. Plus, with all this, now you can swap characters from Trevor, Franklin to Michael anytime you want to. And that is something totally new to Grand Theft Auto, and it's going to add a lot of diversity to the gameplay. And here you can see Michael shooting some weird contraption of a weapon towards Buzzard. And it might have explosive rounds, I don't know. And we might as well look at the minimap while we're here. And so right here we can see the usual gun emblems, which mean that it's a gun store. And we can see a gun kind of near the top right with a white circle around it and some little notches around it. That probably means that it's a shooting range or a firing range. And we can see a spray can at the top, which probably means that it's a pay and spray. And we can see, I think, another pay and spray at the bottom, and we can see a house, which usually indicates that it's a safe house or a safe area. And we can see a red circle, which probably indicates that it's an enemy. And so yeah, that's kind of it for the minimap. So now we're about to see the use of swapping out characters real quick right after Franklin gets some medical marijuana. So yes, so anytime when you're in the city, you can just swap to a different character and it will go directly to where they are, and it will be in the middle of whatever they're doing. Right here you can see Michael is just done getting off a bike ride or something, and now we're gonna switch over to Trevor real quick. And as you can see just from this, you can see that the map is huge, and here you can see him being chased by a lot of cops. Alright, right here we have Trevor being chased by a lot of cops on a bridge, but here we get to see a couple vehicles. Right behind the cop car is what looks to be just like a Jeep. and behind that to be some sort of bank truck. And on the right side, you just see a couple regular SUVs and stuff like that. Alright, right here we can see two sports cars. The one on the right is, the red one is a BMW, and the left one kind of maybe looks like an Audi or a Volkswagen, like the new one or whatever. I can't really tell, and we can see that kind of Jeep looking car behind that white one again. And here we can see that Los Santos is definitely better than Liberty City just because of the fact that you can now customize your car again in Grand Theft Auto 5. Finally! Yes. And here's the plane right there I've never seen before, and now you can actually customize your character again, play golf, do yoga, scuba dive, and you can even hunt just like how you could in Red Dead, but even better. Talk to crazy people. You can even turn in bounties, or whatever he's doing. Rockstar has gone and upped the system when it comes to combat, adding new features like being able to manually select your own weapons. Let's go back and look at that. And here you can see it works as a wheeled tier system, just like how Red Dead Redemption works. All the weapons are in a wheel, but you have different weapons that you can use on each tier. Like assault rifles are on the right, but I mean you can have a M4A1 or an AK-47 if you want. And not only can you see the weapon's ammo, you can also see the damage, fire rate, accuracy, and range. Something new in Grand Theft Auto. And here we can see the Audi A4 looking car trying to get away from the cops, and you can see the 4 stars at the top right, meaning that the star system is still in the Grand Theft Auto series. Oh my gosh, yes, tennis. Oh my gosh, biking. What the heck? And here we have Trevor, Michael, and Franklin just, you know, sitting around talking about what they're gonna do next. And oh my gosh, it's a bank truck. Look, oh my god, better destruction than Battlefield. Oh my god. And now he's eating some oatmeal, talking to some guy using a cane, and they're gonna rob a jewel store. But the thing is that you can actually do it which way you want to. You can do it easily like that, where you just gas the people and then steal the crap, or you can go in guns blazing and talk about how you wouldn't want to ruin all their plastic surgery. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just great? Alright, so here he is stealing the money, and now he's gonna get a tattoo. Did I forget to mention that you can now get tattoos in Grand Theft Auto? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And right here, the orange car kind of looks like a Koenigsegg, and the one behind it sort of looks like a Zonda or a Bugatti. Maybe it's just probably a concept car. And the red one behind it looks like a Jaguar of some sort. Here you can see they're racing, and oh, look at this real quick. And as you can see, the stock trade is still Ballsack, which is awesome. Keeping it classy and classic. Rockstar, and you can now buy trades or buy stocks, and when you go to click a link on something, you can see that's the middle finger. Isn't that freaking amazing? So yes, here's something really interesting. This is the last shot, kind of a glimpse of a Grand Theft Auto multiplayer or Grand Theft Auto Online. Look, you can actually use jets. Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome? Yes, so good. Yes, so that was it for my multiplayer trailer breakdown. I might not have broke it down as thoroughly and as good as I could have, but that's my breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm stoked for this game. I bet you guys are too from watching this. Even if you've never played Grand Theft Auto before, you are probably pre-ordering this shit already. So yes, guys, that is it. I'm Hey Person. Don't subscribe here. Subscribe to the Person Network, and I will see you guys later.